Greetings, humans. Welcome back to the Black Pill. Today's topic: what if a woman did it to a man? Would it still be sexist? I'm going to be intentionally somewhat vague about the it in question here, but stuff like asking for dates on the job site and having pictures of nude people of your gender in their locker, that stuff. Sexist things that men do all the time, would they be sexist in reverse? Reverse sexism. A note on false equivalence. First, you'd have to posit a society in which men were on the downside of power for, well, basically all of time until this very moment, including this moment, with every minor improvement being fought and bled for and seen as evidence by women that everything is fine now and actually further efforts at equality somehow slight them. You know, the old Rush Limbaugh talk about feminazis, as though women would have the power to set up a radical feminist, anti-masculine society. Like Alia's daughters, Brandenburg. It's an okay read on the topic if you want to imagine such a dystopia, utopia, take your pick. Men just don't react to being sexualized the way that women do on average because men are valued in other ways in society already. Being sexualized tends to enhance a man's reputation and social standing rather than detracting from it, and is not as likely, not remotely as likely, to lead to sexual violence from women. We're already in every story, movie, book, TV show, video game, as the empowered ones with roles other than commodity for a female character. We're at the table because we're not on the menu. It's okay to have a double standard if there are two distinct phenomena. Being sexualized from the downside of power, being sexualized from the upside of power. Plus, humans are not chimpanzees, but we share a common ancestor from a long time ago and some troubling central tendencies. In most mammals, the amygdala has nothing at all to do with sex. It isn't needed there. The amygdala is aggression and fear, and honestly doesn't know the difference between the two. Chimpanzees are sexually violent. They're bonobo cousins, like much less so, of course. Uh, Panpaniscus, but Pantroglodytes, yeah, and we are too. A sexual come on from female to male rarely implies sexual violence. The reverse situation often does. Also, if the topic is sexualized images, enjoy seeing other sexy men. We'll never admit it in public, leading to some interesting experiments with penile plethysmographs that I won't get into right now. Um, Look at my series on human sexuality if you want to actually get into that. Homophobia. The data are in, though. We share this to some extent with our chimpanzee relatives. Male chimps, given the opportunity to spend their food rewards to look at images, usually choose to look at swollen female genitalia, chimpanzee pornography. But they also spend those food rewards to look at images of more dominant chimpanzees. What's going on in their heads? Who can say? Probably they want to monitor where the dominant males are because they're dangerous and can be outwitted. Lots of trysts happen just out of sight of the dominant males in the bushes, but they are stimulated by keeping track in some ways. And male humans often enjoy watching wrestling shows where underdressed steroid robots battle it out for our amusement. Shirtless Putin plays well at home and on the ice hockey rink or horseback or whatever. Males in adult films are of a certain type, and so on. So it's not the same. It's just not the same. A woman wants to put up pictures of shirtless firemen inside her locker and I see them sometimes, I'm just not threatened by that. The woman is unlikely to have the power to coerce me or physically threaten me. It's harmless, and somewhere deep in my brain, I probably like it a little. What's the difference between that and like idolizing Schwarzenegger as I did for much of my ignorant teen years? But a man with a nude female poster in his locker is flipping an entirely different set of switches. I'm not here to debate. Debates don't lead to truth. This is the science pretty much as it stands today. I might be wrong. I might be wrong about the chimpanzee pay-per-view thing. I can't remember if they actually pay more to see the males than the females. Correct me if you have that source and I'm wrong about it. And as usual, I block trolls. Okay, this has been the Black Pill. Have a nice day.